Is dairy cruel to cows? So many have reached out about this social media post from the Unbiased Science podcast. And yes, it is extremely biased. Their sources include ag industry Instagram influencers and nationaldairyfarm.com. They say things like dairy cows aren't traditionally good mothers, so they don't care if their babies are taken from them. Can we take a minute to ask, isn't that strange that a mammal who lactates wouldn't be bonded to her baby? And that's just because we bred that out of them. But as a veterinarian, I can tell you many cows are actually bonded to their babies, and it is very stressful when their babies are taken from them. They say farmers use social housing systems for their baby cows, but the truth is, according to the USDA, 70% of baby cows are raised in individual pens where they do not get to interact with other babies. The dairy industry is trying to optimize protein production in a system that is inherently exploitative and doesn't need to exist in the first place. In 1950, we had 25 million dairy cows in the United States. Today, we only have 9 million, but they produce 60% more milk than all the cows in 1950. In other countries, cows produce around 1,000 pounds of milk per cow per year. In the United States, our cows produce 23,000 pounds of milk per cow per year. I mean, I don't lactate and I don't ever plan to, but that just sounds really painful. Why have we accepted reducing dairy herds, making cows produce 20 times more milk than nature ever intended, but the second we remove cows from nutrient production altogether, that's somehow viewed as radical and extreme? Yes, as veterinarians, we should be working for animal welfare while the dairy industry exists, but at the same time, we must be advocating for an end to the dairy industry. And slaughter-based forms of nutrient production like the dairy industry require vast amounts of land, water, and in order to be economically sustainable under current systems, billions of dollars in public funds. In 2020, the dairy industry received $3.5 billion in public funds. In the United States alone, if we replaced beef and dairy with plant-based alternatives, that would free up around 700 million acres of land. As a veterinarian, I took an oath to work for the protection of animal health and welfare and the prevention and relief of animal suffering, and that means advocating for an end to slaughter-based forms of nutrient production, like the dairy industry. If you would like to see more content from a veterinarian who doesn't eat her patients, please like, follow, and share for more.